Hello, Cavalier families. I hope everyone is safe and healthy at this time and everyone's enjoying these last few weeks of summer. I know everyone's hoping to get back to school, and I know that you've seen Mr. Farsing's video, so we'll be back with you guys before you know it. So enjoy these last few weeks. For those of you that are new to Purcell Marian, my name is Jon Tobin. I'm the assistant principal, and I oversee the daily school operations and the academic programming of Purcell Marian High School. So I look forward to working with all of you again this school year, and new Cavalier families, welcome to Purcell Marian. Thank you for taking a moment and joining me for this video this morning. I'm sure that you've seen Mr. Farsing's first video, which explained our direction for the school year in terms of hybrid schedule and 4x4 block. I want to take a few minutes this morning, and I'm going to explain in a little bit more detail both of those items. I'll start with the 4x4 block schedule, and then I'll finish with the hybrid Plan B plan to start the school year. So as we spent the whole summer, really started last spring, planning for this upcoming school year, we had two major goals: the safety of our students, their families, and our staff. That was number one. We obviously looked at the state guidelines and local health guidelines, and took all of those things into consideration as we went through the summer and created our plan. So safety of our community members and everyone in this building was number one. And then number two goal as we planned was to create a schedule, to create a school year that was easy to transition, whether we were in Plan A, Plan B, or Plan C. The fear planning was that we would have 900 different schedules out there, and we would be asking our students and teachers to switch their classes or the timing of their classes depending on the plan that we were in. And we didn't want to do that. We wanted to make this year as consistent as possible, and we wanted to be able to easily transition between Plan A, B, and C. And we firmly believe that the 4x4 block schedule allows us to keep our community members safe, less transitions throughout the school day, less exposure in terms of groups of students meeting and groups of students that our teachers need to meet with. So from a safety perspective, we feel like the 4x4 block is the best option. And then to transition between plans A, B, and C, the 4x4 block allows us to easily transition to any schedule without changing the class times, the lesson planning times. And it also really allows for success if we have to go to a remote learning situation. So if we were forced to close, the governor or the local health officials ask us to go remote learning, some of the things we learned from last year was that a 7-bell day learning online is difficult for kids learning virtually. So only having 4 classes in that block type schedule allows for some more flexibility and requires students to only have to focus on 4 classes versus 7 classes. So we felt like it was the best schedule to accomplish the safety and consistency pieces that we wanted to hit up as we plan for this upcoming school year, okay? So we'd love to just take a moment and explain and show you a couple examples of what a 4x4 block schedule might look like. So as Andy, Principal Farsing mentioned, we will have 4 classes. Every student will have 4 classes for the first semester. Each class will be 80 minutes long, no matter what plan we're in, and they'll meet 5 days a week. So that gives us, if you calculate it out for the first semester, a little bit more than the 120 hours of class time work needed to award 1 full credit. So every student, should they successfully pass the course, will receive a full credit for the courses that they take in the first semester. And then they'll have a new set of classes, 4 new classes, in the second semester, each one still meeting the same amount of time. And if the student successfully passes, we would obviously award another full credit for those courses. Now, the only courses that will repeat between first semester and second semester would be our support bells. So students that are in our CS3 program, MUST program, Levatus Powell program, LPP, or SICE, our SICE program. Those students would have a support bell both the first and second semesters. So that would be an overlapping class, okay? Here's an example. I've got student X and student Y. So you can see first semester, student X has 4 classes. This student is in our CS3 program, so it has a resource bell. This student will take Religion 9, first bell, 5 days a week for the whole first semester. The resource bell would be second, College Prep English 1 would be third, and College Prep Algebra 1 would be fourth. So there's the 4 classes for the student. We're able to put the resource bell in the student's schedule. If they successfully complete those courses, they would be getting 1 full credit in each one of those courses. Second semester, you can see a new class schedule here. American Sign Language 1, so a foreign language credit. College Prep World History and College Prep Biology. And then you can see that resource bell coming back again for that 4th bell. So the only class overlapping between first semester and second semester is the resource, but you can definitely see that full schedule of courses, the courses they would normally take. We're just spreading it out over the course of a first semester and second semester, okay? Student Y is a new student. This student does not have a support bell. So you can see first bell, second, third, and fourth bell classes there. Algebra 1, Part A, English 1, Religion 9, and Drumline. For the second semester, new set of classes, Environmental Science, Spanish 1, World History. And because this student does not have a support bell, they're able to possibly take an additional elective or a study hall bell. So let's say that this student really loved Drumline and wants to continue Drumline. We can add Drumline again. Or we could add a different art. Let's say the student didn't like Drumline, tried it out, gave best effort, and would like to try visual arts or our drama program. They would have that ability to potentially take that elective or a study hall if needed. Once again, your student will be taking the same normal classes that they would take. Their schedule might very well be the exact same classes that you saw earlier this summer. They're just spaced out a little differently and at different times. Thank you for joining us in this video as we looked at the 4x4 block schedule. We appreciate your time. And as always, please continue to look for your emails in the parent newsletter for much more information regarding our 4x4 block schedule, including grading policies and academic calendar, as well as any other policies that we'll be creating and communicating throughout the rest of this summer regarding reopening Purcell Marian High School. Thanks again, and onward, Cavaliers.